Hello. It's the third time I've tried to make this live stream. The third time I've tried to make this live stream. I need a pillow for my back. But we're making it, and I've taken my time today with uh, the start. Even though I haven't got my coffee or my smoke, and we still need to turn on one therapy machine. We need to turn on one more therapy machine. There's still lots to do today. There's still lots to do, but I'm in a far better place than other days. Because I've got the webcam working and I've got the microphone working. The official webcam and the official microphone that I use currently are both working together at the same time. And I don't know if they're working at Yes, they're both working at the same time. I didn't check the microphone, but the microphone is working also. That's that's a big thing. It's taken me. I'm moving the microphone now. It's taken me a few attempts to get to this, a good few attempts. It's not as easy as you think, plugging in a microphone and a camera and pressing go live. That's what I was hoping for. But for some reason with computers, Macintosh and Windows, it's not as simple as iPhone and tablets and Android and iPads, is it? It's like you go to do something on something portable with a touch screen, and it's simple. The settings are limited because they know I've got to fit consciousness into my design for this app. What do I mean? I mean, you can't put a full blown computer application into a phone, it wouldn't work. So you've got a limited screen to begin with. We've got a limited screen size. We haven't got the sitting back and taking a perspective with all the different letters and inputs in front of you at a nice position with a keyboard and a relaxed hand moving a mouse to get to stuff and do stuff. And I want to change the subject. I don't want to be talking about this. But what I'm getting at is it's a lot more difficult, isn't it, to design an app for a smaller screen and a thumb or a finger. Smaller screen than a thumb or a finger. These, a bigger screen, sitting back position, keyboard and mouse. More resolution? No, it's the same resolution, some of these tablets. So what's the difference? It's that we use iPads and iPhones like this. They're like in our eyeballs. They're in our eyeballs, the iPhones and iPads and tablets and Androids. They're all in our eyeballs, whereas computer, you sit back and you can wonder, you can pull looks at a computer. You can't pull a look using your phone. This is my new iPhone. My old iPhone. This is my old iPhone at the moment. Yeah, it does lime green across the screen. It does broken camera. It does not maximum sound from speaker, and it gets hot. All my phones always get hot, and the battery isn't good on it. No, This is my new iPhone. This is my new iPhone. I'm really depressed about this. I'm serious. I've got a lot of unresolved mental work to do over this. A lot of work. I'm leaving Apple and I'm going to Android. No, anyway, we'll try and get off technology today. I don't want to be talking about technology. Why was I showing you my new phone? I was going to show you something. Never mind. Um, oh, so yeah, not a lot of screen compared to most computers. Some computers can be smaller than a phone. It is possible, but you're not going to do computer software on these. You're going to have to modify it with consciousness appropriately for the screen and input. You don't have the luxury of being able to put. That's why we have to do it now. So that's the monitor down here. I can look it up quickly. Oh, what an idiot! What an idiot! He looks absolutely terrible. What a state! Your flat is a state. I'm using my iPhone now, and I'm like, I can't pull a look. I've become the iPhone. I've become the iPhone when I'm like this. Even like this, I've become the iPhone. Even like this, because I'm holding it, I'm still the iPhone first. It's like we need to be able to pull a look at our iPhone and say, or just be able to pull a look at it. Are you being serious, iPhone? Are you being serious? I mean, the monitor I can be serious with, but is the iPhone serious? I'm running a really good frequency at the moment for psychosis. It's, shall I tell you the frequency? No, because you have to use them in a specific way. It's not about just sticking a frequency on and letting it heal you. How can we create an analogy for what we're trying to say? With healing frequencies now, I know I'm changing the subject, and I'll get to why webcam and microphone a bit later. But I'm not really with it. I'm not really with it, but I'm in a better place today. I'm in a better place. Yesterday's live stream, I got clear on how to look at things, why things are so challenging and difficult for me. And I laid it out to myself in real simple terms. And I know that's the situation now. I know how the energies are going to pull me going forwards. And then as they're pulling me, I can allow it because it makes sense. Wait for my opportunity and guide it back to what I desire. Big, big task. Big, big task. And today I was able to take my time getting started with the live stream. There have been days where I've had the most intense fight with the most simplest of things to get started on a live stream. It took me the whole day, hours and hours and hours to make a live stream. I started it a few times, I can't remember. I lost the microphone, I found the microphone, I lost the key. I don't know. It just all went, didn't go anywhere. today I managed to take a few seconds. And I said, if I'm making the live stream today, I really want the webcam to be on. Because the webcam hasn't been working. It stopped working after saying to me, nah, I'm a really hard webcam. I can take a beating. I am the perfect webcam for Gabriel. I've already taken a few bumps and knocks that say I should have gone a long time ago. Yeah, I bought this webcam about a month ago, and within a few weeks, it was safe in my mind if it had broken in that time, it's like, yeah, just another webcam. But it was still here. It was still here, and it said to me, yeah, I'm a goddamn hard webcam. That's exactly what you need for a webcam, Gabriel. And well, a couple of things fell off the shelf twice. The first time it got a real knock, it went flying, I think, and it still survived. I think I made a live stream after that one. The second time something fell off the shelf, it didn't really get a knock, not that I was aware of, and it stopped working. It stopped working. I was really depressed. Just as I was about to get on with things, the webcam stopped works, just like me. It stopped works, just like me. Um, and I've got really depressed about that. I've been really depressed about little things. It cost me 50 quid second hand, this webcam. £50 second hand. I found the best low light webcam. I thought was the best low light webcam at the time with the amount of energy I could give to it for £50. This said better than Logitech. Logitech is what all the streamers have, and this says at least one or two more and better low light effects than the Logitech. So I thought I've got the best one. And then it broke, and I found out, well, no, for 50 quid second hand, you can still get an even better one than this one. Two more than this one for the same price. So Logitech, this one, and another one, all the same price. But we've got £4 between a good Logitech and the best 50. And this one slap bang in the middle for what I could have bought. So it's not the best webcam in the world for it broke and it wouldn't register. YouTube is currently not receiving data again. I need to sort the internet out. This is 5G internet hotspot. This should be able to do over 100 meg to my understanding. Or a 10 meg upload, 18 meg upload. I don't know. I've got to sort out the internet now. I've got the webcam working. So it broke. It broke. And I got depressed and I was looking at it and I went a bit mad. I said, I need to know why you broke. You told me you're a goddamn hard webcam and I believed you. And that final knock, that would have knocked out a wuss. You said you're hard. That shouldn't have knocked you out. And I got this, couldn't work out how to open it. I had to get a knife, I think, to take a layer of plastic off that was stuck on really well. I've taken about 6 or 8 screws off and opened it up. And I said, well, it looks pretty normal and clean. Nothing's broken that I can see. Nothing's broken that I can see. You should still work. Why aren't you working? Oh, there's a little 2-pin plug there. Worst case scenario, I know I get a 1080p lens that I can plug into something one day if I find another 2-pin connector. But with this camera, it's mostly software. So the good bits about this camera are mostly software in terms of low light. And why low light? Because I don't like putting the light on. And it's really, really dark at the moment. But if I look at my screen over here, to me, I can see myself. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm visible, given how dark it is in here. I couldn't do a stream like this on my iPhone. It performs a miracle and slightly follows me about as I move about, but it makes a few of these horrible sharp light effects. So it's the best we could do at the moment. It's the best we could do at the moment. But it stopped working. I took it apart. I said, this doesn't look broken to me. And I plugged it back in and it still didn't work. I can't remember. But eventually I plugged it in and it started working again. Like a day later, I think, I plugged it in and it was working. It started working again. I was like, phew, that's good. And then it stopped. And it stopped again. I've tried different USB cables. No. The light normally comes on as soon as I open the app. And it stopped. And I was looking at the microphone input, ironically, on the settings, making sure the mic was picking up from the external mic and not the computer microphone. It's all about technology today. And I noticed in the microphone section, in the input section, that the camera was registering as a microphone because it's got a microphone built in as well. And as soon as I realised that, I was able to get the webcam back. And today I plugged it in. I've tried it a few times. It's not been working. It doesn't work. I open the app, it's not there. And then I thought, oh, the last time I did it via the microphone section. I checked the microphone section, it's there. And then thereafter, it works. It works. So our webcam is the situation of it does not give a damn about its existence if it cannot be made known that it is microphone first. Our webcam is microphone first. If we don't know it has a microphone in it, it will not record the thing. We picked a good one. We picked a good webcam, microphone first webcam, that we don't use the microphone. That's why we were never destined to use the microphone. I give the love to our other microphone here. This is the microphone, absolutely. I think the webcam got a bit microphone jealous. It said, I've got a microphone on me too. You don't even know that. You don't even know you've got a microphone. I've got a microphone in me. So we know how to talk. We know how to talk with the webcam now. That's really important for the channel. To talk with the webcam. Oh, we did something with the webcam. Oh, we got a good webcam. It just does stuff. No, just when it wants. Just when it wants. It's a shame we didn't get the better one. The one that would have been better had a bigger sensor. Didn't do it with software. Did it with proper camera in the first place. It doesn't do all of these horrible effects. Took my time before coming on the channel today, and I thought I had it perfected, but it's a bit bad, those effects, isn't it? I'll see if I can get them out for the next one. It felt really good to just take the time to have the time to be able to do that. Just do the colours. I mean, I thought this was an amazing picture, to be honest. This is an amazing picture for how dark it is in here and how much I know my iPhone will not show a thing. Let's see if we can show you. Will it show? No, the iPhone isn't actually that bad. I thought the iPhone would be worse. I thought the iPhone would be worse, so I can maybe turn it down and tweak it. But that's what I'd like to be doing for the channel. I've been saying it recently. If I can know that there's a want for this channel to take off, I'll put the energy in, and I've felt that back as an energy in the first place. And that's why I'm putting effort into it. It's keeping me focused. It's keeping me focused. And I did the colour settings today. I was doing everything. And you hear the water boiling next to the microphone. Okay, that's coffee. That's two. That's two. What was the first one? Smoke. That's coffee. This is coffee. I can't smell it. I can't smell it. My sense of smell is gone. Has been gone for years. It just pops up in weird opportunities and times and moments. And I'm like, life, out of all the things that I could smell, that's what you chose to allow me to smell? Weird, life, weird. Why that smell, life? Why that smell? That's my relationship with my nose and tongue at the moment. Why do I say tongue? You know that, don't you? You know that. Yeah, Gabriel is showing off his wisdom at the moment. Gabriel's really intelligent and clever because Gabriel's knows that our sense of smell comes from our tongue. And well, energetically, for about, oh, sensitive subject again, about 6 years now, I've energetically swallowed my tongue. What do I mean about that? Energy circuits. I told you about energy circuits before. Energy circuits are like, oh my God, this is my physical body. I'm standing goddamn still. I am not moving and I am feeling my body. I am not thinking about a thing. It's not a sexy person that's making me feel all of this fantastic energy. It's not something I'm going to do in the future. It's not even thinking about the present moment and knowing the present moment. It's not about having done 10 hours of hard exercise. No. And then afterwards you get an endorphin rush. No. It's like all of those things and love as well. And it's all there present inside of us. And that, and all of that stillness is our physical body. Our physical body. So our tongue has an energy circuit to it. And if the body's posture is all hunched and crunched and ribs aren't aligned, the energy circuit goes all weird for like the left side of the tongue, which mine has. But in my head, I'm told that's due to an evil, naughty reptilian. Yeah, I'll tell the story one day. I'm having a dance with a reptilian, a naughty reptilian that's controlled and done naughty things to the planet for too long, to the whole of humanity. And I've been having a dance with him and conversation with him. It's been really scary for me because it's really, really real. I'll tell the story one day. I won't go into the depths today, but that's what's been going on for me. The reptilians, on the whole, my understanding on a world level, they're nothing to worry about anymore. That's what I tell myself. But I've got one attached to me. So I tell myself, it's all okay, Gabriel. It's all okay. It's not a problem anymore. And in honesty, on the outside, it doesn't really look like a problem anymore. The conversation still looks like it's going on and continuing to an extent between not the revolution, but the human consciousness awakening that has been taking place for many decades. And opposed to that are the old rulers, the old reptilian overlords. This is what I've been taught in my life. And I was lucky enough to meet one in my life in a very specific setting, in a very specific setting. And he made it aware to me we're energetically attached now. We're energetically attached now. And I haven't, how can I put it? I haven't, it's not like he's been haunting me at all, no. My life has been haunting me. And it's like my 40 days in the desert with the devil. It could be looked at that. I don't look at it like that. It's too scary for me to say this is all because of him. All of the darkness that I'm going through is because of him. Why? Because I found it in myself. What do I mean? I mean, if we think about the world, the dark depths that we can get taken to by some horrible energy, how can we label it? Energetic nasty. An energetic nasty. It is an energetic nasty. It might be an energetic nasty. It looked like an energetic nasty in the first instance. And the finality of what I see, let's just say what I see rather than an experience. What I see as a finality is like, well, yeah, as a result of the start, that is what I would expect as the ending. And as a result of that being the ending, it's like very, 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 very scary. But what's taken for me to get from the start to the ending is different. It's me understanding myself. And when I see the ending that says, oh, it should be because of this, I say, no. I say, no, I've just been thinking about myself. I've been thinking about my life. I've been thinking about the world, and I've been thinking about the human body, love, and energy. And in thinking about those things, I get to some real nasty corners. So it's a case of maybe I've got a nasty energy attachment. And as a result, whatever I think about, I'm destined to go into the real nasty corners. That's really possible as to what's happened. I would have signed up to this. I would have signed up to this before. So I don't, what? I don't, I can't regret meeting him because it's like I would have signed up to this. And it's just a conversation with myself. And that's all I talk about. Talking about those things, we can find some really, really dark places. But if we're talking about those things and we're sincere inside of ourselves, we try our best. We know we're not perfect and we're starting off from a really programmed place. And we've got to reprogram ourselves. It's not a bad thing to do. It's not a bad way to go, is it? You've got to reprogram yourself anyway. Go to the darkness. What is the darkness? Oh, my life isn't working. What isn't working? Well, it's not as positive to the negative as I would like. It's not as balanced as I would like. And it's very simplicity. Life isn't as balanced. And it's very simplicity. Having that ability and control to define how balanced and stable our lives are. I haven't had that ability. And all I think about are those things. All I am is sincere, and all I do is try my best, and all I have programmed myself to believe is that I will achieve something in this life. And if not me, one of the people that I know, and that all my life will be, is a massive, massive education lesson whilst they do the hard work. That's how safe and confident I am in that mindset. And I have a reptilian overlord on me now. I have a reptilian overlord on me. And I'm having that conversation, and that is my mindset. But my life isn't pleasant at times because I have no stability over my life. So, in all of those things that I think about, it's like there's a reptilian overlord attached to all of them that I have to see that's already there in truth. But most people would have a different way of looking at things. We would go to those 7, 8 things that I listed and go to it the way we think or feel or would express. And we would have a think about it from that perspective. And what is that perspective? Well, that's the programming we need to get away from. So it's not the best journey, is it? To have a reptilian overlord on you that goes, we're trying to keep it really, really fantastic. Love, spirituality, consciousness, body, energy. Those are the things I'm trying to think about. But every time I go there, the reptilian overlord who's connected to my energy says, well, no, he doesn't say. But I'm saying this is most likely what's taken place. It's me first. I've defined this. Because it's there, my life might be a percentage, just a percentage. We don't know if it's 10%, 5%, 2%, 50%. I don't know. I just live my life. But my life is almost weighted in the direction of looking at and finding the negative. And that's not me from what I grew up with, but I need to get away from that programming to go beyond. And the reptilian overlord said that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately, I see the negative first, but it's given me the route forwards to get away from my old programming because I no longer look at things in the first instance the way I used to. I'm not able. I've lived 15 years, no, 7 years of this energetic pattern. And at the same time, what's been coming through is the wisdom. And this is weird. It's like when I do get a feeling, or one of the few times I've got a feeling of this energy having an effect in my life is when I was in the depths and depths of despair. When I was in the depths and depths of despair, and it said, this is the way to breathe again, by picturing this thing, this problem, this life problem, this way. You can see to yourself that it makes sense in the first instance not to be depressed and manic, but look, if you just think about it in this way, you can breathe again. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm learning all the time, and I've been learning all the time how to get myself out of the depths of depression. Basically, if you're going to have a reptilian overlord attached, that's what you've got to be signed up for already. If you're signed up for that already, it's just going to be the way out of what you already signed up for. So it's nothing within me. And everything I see on the outside in the wider world is, they don't have the control they once did at all. It's been eradicated, it's been flushed out of all the places that it matters in the first instance. And, well, the awakened consciousness of the world is accommodating them accordingly now. We're in a place where we're like, well, this is, if I take a snapshot of all of the psychosis that goes on in terms of spirituality, you'd call it psychosis because it's negative, but this is still spirituality, what I'm talking about. It's energy. I know energy. I know what happened that day. And I don't know. I don't know. The world is, yeah. The world is, we're accommodating each other now. Concessions have been made both sides. That's how I see it. As a result, we're meeting in a more open, free, no fear place at all. There is no fear where we're at in terms of the waking consciousness side, in terms of the people who have been suppressed by the reptilian overlords for aeons now. God knows how long. It's been too long. That's all over with. And we're just steering the ship round at the best speed possible. The fastest speed possible, but it doesn't mean fast. It actually means slow, if anything, because that's the best speed possible. And we're talking about, well, I've taken this concession. I've taken this concession. That concession kind of really does still hurt me. And yeah, that concession really does still hurt me too. How can I make that better for you? And I'll make that better for you too. So it still hurts, but that's the mentality and that's the picture. We're making it better for each other, knowing that it's just not a good scenario to be in the first place. But they're not bad people. That's the way to look at it. Their problems are a result of all of us, one way or another. And it's all love. And how can we have love if everyone's not in the picture altogether and there's an outsider? We all have to be in the same picture when it comes to love. So for that reason, love is being shown to them. If you bump into one in the street, that's your job, to show love. But, we said, don't be afraid. It's to show love, to teach, If there's any problem, they're just a human being at the end of the day. And if you bump into them in the street, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. I bumped into many, sat on them, next to them on train journeys. They've come to talks that I've given. Where else have I bumped into a few? I think that I might have been a possible patient of one in a hospital, but she was a female one. I didn't get a bad thing from her. If they're a bad person, that's when it is basically. You bump into them in the street and it's like, oh no, reptilian overlord. But hang on a second, yeah, reptilian overlord, but you're just a normal person. Is the person a bad or a good person in any way in this moment? Oh no, they're just a normal person, they're a good person. So that's what it is, and that's what they need. If they're a good person first, to be treated like a good person. If they're a naughty, naughty person, then they get treated like a naughty, naughty person. That's the deal now. They're just a human being. That's what we all want. But they're coming on the whole, from a bad place. So the naughty, naughty stuff is a case of you don't get told off and smacked on the bottom. No. Ideally, we go for better. So it's still going to be a telling off, but it's an education in how we can all guide things back to harmony and love together. I went for a natural colouring. I thought, sod it. I don't know. And I've just seen, I've got prism lens plastered over the camera. I might need to subscribe. I think it's called. I think it costs £6 a month to remove that. You say be creative and just crop it out of the picture. Okay, how about this? I'm going to pay the £6 a month, probably for around a month or two, just to give myself the space to figure out if it's worth that, or just upgrading the camera. Why? Because this is 1080p, and if I crop it, that's going to be 720. And we don't want 720p on this channel, no. We're back to technology. We want 1080. We don't need 4K. We just need a good 1080 of. Well, we don't need 1080 either. We could do 720. We'll figure it out. But I might pay to remove that in the meantime. It's the feature that gives me all the ability to adjust all of the color and everything. So that might be important for the channel, especially when we do low light. I'm going to stick to this natural color. I thought most YouTubers. Well, what happened was, I don't know if I can show you. I don't know if I can show you. I looked at the features and it said studio lighting effect. I thought fantastic. Studio lighting when I've barely got the blind open. And I clicked it and I thought that's amazing. And I started playing around and it was terrible. I realized it was terrible. Can you see the studio lighting effect? That's studio lighting. And this said to me, this is what all the YouTubers do. How terrible does this look? So I said, we ain't doing studio lighting on this channel, no. And I spent a little bit of time going through all of the settings over and over, finding the best combination. But I said, this is what it should look like. And it's a bit washed out. It's a bit faded. It's a bit not saturated. It's a bit washed out that way. And I played with it. Yeah, we've got these horrible patterns. Is it the biggest deal that we get these every so often just to make the lighting better? I don't know. Let me know in the... Oh, but it does these things, man, when we... Oh, that's kind of cool. Not the light, but the way the camera flickers. I don't know. It does something different. Our camera does something different on this channel. Our camera does something different on this channel. So, yeah, I'll grow my hair back one day. I'm going to go for an afro, a 70s afro. My uncle had the 70s afro. My uncle had the 70s afro. So I think I'll go for an afro. I like the afro when my beard afroed. And I'll go for a 70s afro. What you're saying? Get one of the filters to give you an afro now. Nah, we shouldn't do that. Come on then. I'm going for an afro filter head. Afro filter head. Virtual background, no. Facial something. Makeup. What are we going for? Should we put some makeup on today? And this is what all the YouTubers do. This is what all the YouTubers do. I was going through this and I was thinking, my God, it's insane, but they haven't got an afro section. Why haven't you got an afro section? Face effects. Face effects. Would you like to switch to face effect? Yes. And we've got kids, chubby, villain, and something else that's premium. And that's the options. No, we couldn't get an afro today. Yep. Oh, we might have to put this on all the time. I wonder if this is free with removing prism lens. It must be. Must be. We'll start the next live stream like this.